So you're closing the Elizabeth plant here, but this is not the end of Holden, is it?
Absolutely not. We're going to still have about 1,000 people employed in Holden itself. That includes more than 300 designers and engineers. We keep our world-class design studio, we keep our engineering department, we keep our proving ground where we test all of our cars and make sure Holdens are still Holden. And that continues on for a long, long time. We're going to continue to be a major force in the industry for a long time to come.
So what about, describe Holden in 5 years, 2022, what would it be like?
Well, we're going to be a major force in the automotive industry. We've got these global design studios in Melbourne designing cars for Australia and for the world, and we're a recognised leader in that with deep links into university. So I would really see us as continuing to be a leader both nationally and internationally in the design space, but also in the engineering space as well. We've got our proving ground in Victoria, as well as our engineering team, which has more than 200 people working on local and global products. So Holden can continue to be a leader in both engineering and design, as well as selling world-class cars to our customers.
Holden built the car industry in Australia. How are you going to keep that Australianness in the brand?
Well, Holden literally put this country on wheels, which is something we're incredibly proud of. So we've got to maintain that tradition. And we always talk about how our job going forward is to build a future that honours the legacy that the people before have built. So through our engineering department, through our design department, through the 200 dealers right across Australia that are often the pillars of their local communities, that's how Holden remains Holden.
Describe the last day here, Elizabeth. What's it going to look like?
It is going to be a bittersweet moment, there's no doubt about that. But the guys and girls out there building cars, they want the last car to be the absolute best car, and the pride and the passion in which they've shown has been absolutely fantastic. So our job now is to build a future for Holden that honours the legacy that these people have built over decades here in manufacturing.
Richard, tell us about Holden's design capability in Australia.
We have 150 very talented designers in our department, designing Holdens for the future, but not only that, we design cars for all of the GM brands. That might be Cadillac, Chevrolet, Buick, and it's a very exciting time for designers. We're looking at the horizon, we see electrification, we see autonomy, and these are the things that create a new proportion of designers, and this is what they really look for to create the next generation of cars. It's very sad, of course, for the end of manufacturing in Australia, but the upside is, of course, that we will continue to design and engineer cars in this country. It may not be viable to make cars here, but it certainly makes a lot of sense to design them. We have a great heritage and a lot of expertise, I should say, in designing vehicles, and we'll continue to do that.
So if you're a young person who wants to study design and engineering in Australia, there's still pathways for that future?
The future is very bright for anyone who is aspiring to be a car designer. We have great skill sets. We've trained many generations of car designers over decades, and we'll continue to do that. So there are fabulous opportunities to keep going with this career.
Tell us about Holden's engineering capability beyond manufacturing.
Yeah, look, we're very sad about the end of manufacturing, but we keep a future for engineering. So we're going to end up with a team of almost 200 engineers and technical staff, and we'll be working on cars for GM, for Cadillac, for Buick, but we're going to keep our finger in working on cars for Australia as well.
You know, a lot of people actually don't understand that often industry, major companies like Holden, General Motors, have actually links with universities. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, Australia's got great universities, and we do look for partnerships with universities where we see world-leading technology. We're an agent for General Motors to see where we can sponsor and support that research and development.
Tell us about the future of transportation, how your team's going to be involved in that.
Yeah, the team's involved in some really exciting stuff. We're working right now on all-electric vehicles. We're looking hard at autonomy and how we can make that work in an Australian context.